Hey everybody, welcome back to day 5 now of the Franchise Buyers course. We're almost to the finish line of the 7-day Franchise Buyers course. I'm excited to talk to you today again, have you back with me. My name is Brandon Clifford, Senior Franchise Consultant at Global Franchise Solutions, and today we're going to talk about, which one is right for me. So, we've already talked about franchising, and you understand that it's a good vehicle and the kind of vehicle you want to choose for business ownership. So how do we pick out which franchise is right for you? So I'm sure you remember this slide from yesterday. Where do you start? Business name or business model? And, we talked about it yesterday about how most people start with a business name when they're searching for a business on their own. And I really like to take a different approach and think about the business model. Try to find the right fit for you as far as, what that role is going to be of the franchise owner and match that up to your skill set, your lifestyle goals, your financial capabilities. I just think that the passion that one talks about, when it comes to business ownership or career comes from doing something that you're good at. And if you just focus on a product that you like or making decisions based on emotion, you're really not going to find that right fit, because it doesn't matter how much you love pets. If you're not a retail guy, then you're not going to be a successful pet store owner. So how do you choose? When you're ready to take that leap into small business ownership, it's really probably the most difficult decision to make, to choose what kind of a business is the right fit for you. So whether it's starting your own business from the ground up, a startup, or buying a franchise like we've been talking about this week, or buying an existing business even, it's important to think about all different things and considerations. So that way you can achieve your desired result of success. And so what I have for you today is the 7 steps to choosing the right business. You follow these steps, it'll get you started off on the right path, at least to choosing the right business that'll get you to that goal of being successful. So step 1, make a list of must-haves. So what I want you to do is create 5 specific goals. They'll be the future of your company, okay? And these are must-haves, and it's not just broad stuff like I need to enjoy what I'm doing. I want specific rules that any business you own has to have, and they got to be non-negotiable. So some examples would be that business must be sales and marketing driven, because that's what I do best. I need to be able to work outside part of my day, because that's just something that you'd have to do to be happy with whatever your job might be. Working remotely needs to be an option, so you can continue to travel. You want a business that's virtual, so you can spend, time with your grandkids out in Colorado, even though you live in Boston, or take 2 months and go down to Tahiti and still be able to run your business from there. So whatever those non-negotiables are, those must-haves are, I want you to take a moment, write 1 through 5, and write them down, and live and die by those at the core goals, the core of your future company. Step 2, focus on the profit, not the product. And so whatever you do best, that's got to be what you focus on. So if you enjoy what you're doing, then the product or service it really becomes less important. It doesn't matter what you're doing if you fall in love with the lifestyle, if you fall in love with the new role in your business, and if you're really good at it, the product doesn't matter quite as much, And so that's why, I've talked about it before, that if you're someone who's really excels in sales, then owning a sub shop is probably not for you, because you're going to be behind the counter waiting for customers to come to you, and you're really that hunter, that the person who wants to go out there and find and bring the business to the customer, not sit there and wait for them to come in your doors. And that doesn't even even if you love the sandwiches, even if the pizza is the best pizza you've ever had, that doesn't mean you're going to have a passion for it. Passion comes from doing something that you're good at, not something that makes you feel good. Step 3, pick a starting point. So you got to think about it. Are you the kind of person that wants to build a business from ground up, or are you looking for more of purchasing an existing business or a franchise that you can then just kind of put your own personal spin on and improvement? Both of them are fulfilling. They're all exciting routes to take, but it's key to decide what's going to be work the best for you. And so buying an existing business allows you to kind of have a starting point, a bottom line. And buying a franchise gives you the opportunity to come in with an established business model, and that helps many small business owners find that they have a little bit of a faster ramp up period and be able to reach their goals for revenue and return of investment a lot faster. Step 4, search some business directories, and we talked about yesterday about how there are, exhausting number of links when it comes to want to buy a franchise, Google searches. But you should do a little bit of due diligence on your own and do some researching and see what's out there. There's lots of good, directories to search these days for existing businesses especially. So obviously the internet has lots of resources, like I mentioned, but it's always important to make sure you're working with a qualified business broker if you're looking at an established business, or a franchise consultant if you're looking at a franchise. And really, I just ask to not rule out a franchise. Don't rule it out until you consider all options. The thing about a franchise that I love is you get the benefits of buying an established business, something that's already existing, but you still have that thrill of entrepreneurship that you have, in a startup, as well. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. Step 5, find a business coach or a franchise consultant. Everyone needs some help when you're deciding what kind of business is right for you. So you got to talk about your goals, your lifestyle, your budget. Those are all factors to consider. And quite frankly, most of the time, the only person you have to talk about that kind of stuff would be your significant other. And a lot of times when it comes to business, that person's not the best person to be your third-party objective facilitator. Their job is to really just support you and love you and care for you. And business and personal, sometimes it just doesn't mix very well. So reach out to us or another qualified franchise consultant. Global Franchise Solutions, we take our role in helping clients find the right franchise investment seriously. Our goal is to educate each of our clients on all aspects of franchising and the specific franchise brands that they're investigating. So that way they can make an educated investment decision at the end of the process. Step 6, set expectations when you're working with partners or family, especially family. Many small business owners, they think that they're going to be able to start a business with their best friend, or they're going to work with their significant other, or their son's going to work for them, their daughter's going to work for them, whatever it might be. And for some people, it's a great choice, and for others, it's not the best choice. So it's really important to lay a solid foundation, a good working relationship with a business partner before you take the leap. And so the way you do that is you define your roles early. All right, who's going to be the decision maker in what cases, in what areas? Who's going to handle the marketing? Who's going to handle the finances? Because if it gets to the point where you think that he's taking care of it and he thought you were taking care of it, and then no one takes care of the problem, then it becomes a major issue. Create a plan, just in case something happens. You always want to think worst case scenario. If something happens to your relationship and it sours, what's going to happen with the business? If the business fails, what's going to happen with the relationship? And analyze whether or not you think your personalities are going to allow you to work together every single day. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I use a CVI, the core values assessment that we talked about yesterday, and with partners, it's great. Because it's good to try to find people who maybe are strong in the areas that you're weak. If you're a really heavy builder merchant, maybe we find someone that is a strong banker, who can help you, make sure you're bringing that top line sales that you know how to drive all the way to the bottom line for profit. And step 7, finally, is to get pre-qualified for business financing. Talked about this a lot already this week, but it doesn't matter how great of a personality you have, how great your sales skills are. If you can't get the money to buy a business, you're not going to be a business owner. So that being said, there's all different shapes and sizes when it comes to business investment. So it's just finding a budget, that and then finding potential businesses that are in that budget, that you'll find success in. So the sooner you can decide, what avenue you want to go, whether you're planning to take a loan, an equity-based financing, or a combination of the two, just work with a bank or your local bank or a company that you trust, and that can help you reach that goal of business ownership. And this is something that we can help you with at Global Franchise Solutions. We have lots of lending partners that we'd be happy to refer you to. So now go do it. All right, I got a great quote to leave you with today by Sun Tzu in The Art of War. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. And I'll just leave you with that. Brandon Clifford, 978-891-7145. Thanks, guys.